I will review a lure fishing rod which is called Ace Hawk Double. As you can see, I have a bait casting version here, and this rod comes with two tips as standard. In my opinion, this rod is perfect for three types of anglers. First of all, this rod will be perfect for those who are starting out fishing in general and wants to start with light lure fishing. So this rod has a good performance and it's very budget, so it will be perfect for them. The second category will be those anglers who doing other types of fishing or other styles of fishing but do want to try out light lure fishing, and this rod again has a very good performance but it's not expensive, so they will not have to spend a lot to get a good performing set. And the third category of anglers will be advanced ones who often use expensive rods in different situations, but when they will be fishing in, let's say, small streams with heavy vegetation with a high risk of breaking a rod or a tip, then they would be able to pick up this budget option which still performs very well. And if they would break a tip, then it would not be the end of the world. So those three anglers should be the most interested in this video. So I hope it will be useful for you guys. Stick around. Alright, I will start with the butt section. As you can see, the butt section, like from the end to the reel seat, is very short. I would say about 15 centimeters from here to here. Again, for a short rod, that's good because you won't be casting very far anyway. And to have a shorter handle, that's an advantage, at least in my book. And as you can see, the handle here, or this part of it, is made out of hard foam, which is kind of dark brown. Again, quite unique. Not every day you will see a rod which has this kind of styling. And as you can see, it's kind of sculpted as well. So basically thicker here, thinner here. And it's very comfortable. I have not tried it like, in a real situation, but I will, and I will put up a new video me testing this rod. But yeah, when I was, playing with it, it felt very comfortable, this little bit. And also it has like a gold ring in here. Again, looks very expensive, but it's not. I mean, this rod is not expensive at all. You can check the prices by clicking the link in the description. So let's move on. Now the reel seat. The reel seat is not like Fuji or anything. And you can tell, that it's not really like high-end reel seat, if you like. But again, it's very comfortable and it's sturdy reel. I mean, yes, it won't be like the lightest rod in general because of the reel seat and foam and everything, but I will come to that a little bit later. But again, it does not change the fact that it's very comfortable, Then the screws or bolts which do secure the reel in place. Again, simple design, but I have to say, I have to give them the credit, really, the Ace Hawk. See, this is solid metal here, and this little bit as well, this little trim. And obviously it adds up to the weight of the rod. Yes, it feels super solid, but again, it adds to the weight. But again, I will come to that a little bit later. So, and the same theme, see, like kinda gold trims here and here, and that most of that ring is kinda, it's not exactly like like aluminum, shiny metal, but it's like kind of gray metal, which looks pretty slick. Then we have a hook keeper, and I have to say that I don't like hook keepers in general, but if I have to have one on the rod, then this design is the best, because it's simple, and it's not like that you can hook something by accident on it. So if you want to hook the hook into it, you can, but it won't get in the way. So yeah, that's the best design for my taste when it comes to hook keeper rings, if you like. Then, as you can see, we have a logo here, AS Hawk it says. Then we have double CU-EIM8. Probably that's the grade of the carbon they use. EM8, I think that's a equivalent of Toray 30-ton carbon, which is good. And here we have the code of the rod. So C602UL/L. So basically it means that we have two tips. One is ultralight, one is light. And then on the other side, we have again UL/L, power, lure, weight from 0.5 to 4. So that will be with a light or ultralight tip, and the next 2 to 6 tip. And as you can see, we have a little like a, if you like a cross carbon from here to here, and then it stops, and then it's just matte paint job. Then we are coming to the first guide on the butt section, and as you can see, it only has one guide, and the guide is tiny, and it's a little bit kind of lifted from the blank, which is great. Again, the guide is not Fuji, it's not C guide, it's not branded, but again, it looks quality to me. I can't find any issues with it. Okay, let's grab those tips now. So, first of all, as you can see, each tip is clearly marked light and ultralight, and those tips are kind of looking the same, and the guide spacing is the same on every tip, as you can see. But you will notice that ultralight will have a much thinner end, so, and it's solid. So light tip is hollow, so it's just a hollow one piece tip, but the solid one is, or the ultralight has a solid bit, if you like. And if I'm not mistaken, the solid bit goes obviously from the end and it finishes here. So like relatively long solid tip, I would say maybe about 40 centimeters. As I say, the guides on both tips, they are the same. I can't tell the difference. And the spacing of the guides could be like amended in some places. I mean, they won't affect the fishing at all, I believe, but I haven't fished with this rod. But for example, this guide could have been moved up maybe 1 centimeter, and I reported this to the manufacturer. Most likely they will listen to that, and if you will decide to buy this rod, it will have this issue fixed. Again, it's not an issue, it's just like more like a visual thing. So basically the tip guide has that anti-wrap frame, if you like, and this guides kind of location, if it will be moved up and down, like, or up in this case a little bit, it won't affect the anti-tangle properties whatsoever. So yeah, but other than that, the guides on the tip sections are again not Fuji. The first one on the tip section is more or less similar design as on the butt section. It's kind of a little bit lifted from the blank, and the rest are simpler ones which has only one leg. Again, very simple design, nothing to complain about. Guides are, well, apart from that one guide, apart from the guides being not Fuji, but they do look quality to me, and I don't think, that I will have problems with them, or you will have problems with them if you will buy this rod. And the size of the guides is good. They are not small, they are not super small, they are not big either, so for my taste, that's a good size of the guides, definitely. Now let's quickly take a weight of this rod, because I said that this rod kinda is interesting one. It's not the lightest rod of the rods, that's for sure, but it's mainly to do with the fact that they used, really, see, the handle alone, or the butt section, weighs 94 grams, and probably I would say if they would use something, lighter, like plastic here, maybe less or thinner metal guide here, and maybe better or lighter reel seat, they would, I don't know, easy probably remove like 20 grams from this butt section, and the tip probably will weigh, I don't know, 10 grams, I believe, if so, if that. No, it's even less than that, so yep, so see, the tip weighs only like 6-7 grams, something like that, 6 grams. So yeah, and I will grab the light tip as well, just to show you that it will be more or less the same weight. So yeah, again guys, most of the weight on this rod is exactly in this bit. And what it means that you will be able to use very, very light reels with this rod, and the balance will be good. So basically, it might sound like a disadvantage, but as I just shown you, the tip is very, very light. It's just this little bit is heavy, and as I say, if you will put a light reel, the balance will be perfect, because this rod has lots of weight baked in already by the handle. So in my book, the weight or total weight should not put you off at all, because I mean, top of the range rods of that kind of configuration will weigh, I don't know, 85 grams, so it's only like 15 grams lighter, but then you will be paying a lot. But obviously that, all I'm trying to say is that carbon used for this rod, or the blank itself, is good. You just need to understand that you can use lighter reels like that Tsurinoya Dark Wolf or something like that, like carbon reels will be perfect with this rod, because lots and lots of weight is kinda centered around this area, and it's not bad. I mean, I put my Tsurinoya Dark Wolf, which weighs like 135 grams, and it feels just perfect on this rod. So yeah, with light reels, that weight won't be a problem whatsoever. It will be an advantage actually. So yeah, I think I covered most of the bits except the action of the rod. So with the ultralight tip, the action is fast. It's not extra fast, but it's fast. And with a light tip, I can't get it into the shot. And with a light tip, which is the thicker one, the action is medium fast. But I will say this, guys, that as this rod is very, very slim, around half a centimeter by the handle here, so super slim blank. So it has some backbone in that butt section, but again, when you will hook a big fish, most of the blank will bend. So, and this means that on this rod you can handle and land very big fish on light lines, and that's great, for those bonus, I don't know, trout, what have you. Again, action is, for my taste, that's perfect, especially with that, ultralight tip, this one. Let me arrange the tips in the shot. So with this tip, I might be fishing, and using tiny little plastics for trout, catching small fish, but all of a sudden I will hook, I don't know, 50 centimeter plus trout, which is a very big fish. And with this rod, I will be able to handle that fish because, most likely I will be using fine lines, but this rod will not allow me to break on that fish that easy because it will absorb, all the lunges and runs from that big fish. And when it comes to the usage, obviously the solid tip or ultralight tip will be better suited for soft plastics because it will have the sensitivity for, tiny little animations, and the other tip, which is hollow or tubular, will be suitable better for hard lures like micro minnows, spoons, things of that nature. But again, I'm not saying that you won't be able to use the soft plastics with a hollow tip. It will work just like that, but then you won't be able to kind of get out those tiny little animations. But again, I will do a separate video, as I said, when I will be testing this rod out. So watch out for that video. Alright, it's time to wrap this video up. I hope it was useful for you guys. Again, if you will decide to grab this budget rod yourself, please check those links in the description. But that's it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.